Hi, oh, wrong YouTube channel. We're on the Morphe channel. Okay. Hi, Morphe Beeves. James Charles here, and welcome back to the Morphe YouTube channel. I am so beyond pumped because today we are just sitting down, we are chilling, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a get ready with me. I have been instructed not to do this, but I would like to give a quick disclaimer. My hair today is looking really bad, okay? I'm aware, please don't comment about it. We're not gonna fix it, but what we're gonna do is fix this so it's distracting so you don't pay attention to this. For today's video, we are going to be using the brand new James Charles X Morphe mini palette. I just wanna say, first of all, thank you guys so much for all the love and support on this palette during the Halloween season. It is super, super exciting, and now we are back with it for holiday season. Obviously, the whole point of the palette is to be able to create any look from a beautiful holiday glam to a crazy rainbow drag makeup look, and hopefully will end up looking really great in the end because she could use a little bit of work right now. So without further ado, let's get started. The look that we're gonna be going for today is definitely like full glam. It's gonna be very, very full coverage too. So before I go into my foundation, I am gonna grab a little bit of the Dragon Beauty color corrector, and I'm just gonna use this to color correct some 5 o'clock shadow going on down here because it's gross. Then I'm just gonna blend it out using the M224 from the James Charles brush set. I have two different colors of the Too Faced Born This Way. We have Seashell and Golden. This one is not my color, I'll tell you that right now. But we are going to mix them together to try to get something relatively close. Since this is a more full coverage glam look, I do want to do some cream contour. I feel like everything kind of just like stays a little bit more in place when I do cream contouring. So we're just going to do that using a little bit of some Tarte Shape Tape. I know the shade is crazy. Okay, just give me a second. We'll blend it out and it'll look really good. Then we're just gonna blend it out using the E48 from my brush set. And now since we already contoured, I'm just gonna go with my M527 brush for my brush set and a little bit of bronzer and just warm up the face a little bit. With my E62, which is the nose contouring brush from the brush set, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more bronzer on this brush and use this to chisel out my nose. And then once that's all on there, I'm just gonna grab an M441 with a tiny little bit extra product and just use this to make sure that edge is nice and blend it out. And I always like to just take my bronzer up into my eyebrows. I don't know why, but I feel like it just connects a whole lot better. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my blush on my E4 brush and just add this to the cheekbones. I'm gonna add more later on, but I kind of just like to get everything like laid down so I kind of know where everything's gonna be before I go in and actually bake. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that translucent powder, and I'm going to bake my face. So while this is baking in place for a few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera quickly, and I'll be right back to start off my eye look. All right, you guys, so we are back and our eyebrows are all on and slayed and ready to go. So now we're just gonna start off the eye look. I'm just gonna grab my M173 brush, which is just like the flat little dome brush, and just the excess of concealer that I had on the back of my hand from doing, hello, my eyebrows, brain malfunction. I feel like I'm literally like the robot. Like I'm confirming everyone's theory that I am in fact a robot, and I'm just like, The look that I want to show you guys how to do today is actually one that I've done on my Instagram before, and it is the look inspired by Glamtech Stephen T's look on Nikita Dragon for her birthday. It's just like a super simple cut crease wing liner. Like, I'm going to first grab that same M441 brush, which is the one that I was using to blend out my nose contour, and just grab a little bit of Punch Me, which is the kind of like neutral tone light brown. And I'm gonna actually move this mirror away because guess what? The mini palette has a mirror in it. God bless. We're just gonna use a little bit of Punch Me to put this in the crease as a transition shade. And then we're also gonna connect that right in to the nose contour. Then we're just going to grab an M433 brush, and I'm gonna dip into a little bit of T, which is the darker brown shade from the palette. I'm gonna tap that off because I really don't want a lot of this. This color is super, super pigmented. I'm just gonna pop this lightly right into that crease. And when I say lightly, I'm like barely even touching my eyelid because I really don't want this color to be intense. I just want a little bit of definition in there. Grabbing a little bit of my bronzer from before on that same M433 brush, I'm just gonna use this color to kind of blend together the Punch Me and T. Grabbing a concealer that is like pretty close to my natural skin tone and my M124 brush for my brush set, and I'm going to use this to carve out my crease. Gonna grab an M433 and just grab a little bit of Punch Me, once again, the lighter brown shade, and just kind of tap this into that outer section. Not really to like, I mean, it is putting the shadow on there, but like this is kind of just to blend out the little bit of canvas. Now I want to go in and add a winged liner, so I'm just gonna grab my Tom Ford liquid liner. And we're gonna do this very carefully too, because we just worked very hard on this cut crease, getting a good and fresh shape. With the flat brush from the brush set, the M410, I'm just going to dip into a little bit more of tea from the palette, and I'm going to use this to start sketching out my lower lash line. So what I want to do is basically start at the outer corner, connecting it up to the wing, just so the wing has something to kind of like anchor it to. But then on the lower lash line, I'm going to pull this downward and in. I'm next going to grab the M456, which is the mini brush that I created for the original James Charles brush set, and dip into a little bit more of Punch Me. And I'm going to use this to buff out the T. And then just like the upper lash line, I'm just going to grab a little bit of my bronzer and use that to kind of marry the two colors together. And I'm going to grab a little bit of face, but I'm also going to grab a little bit of canvas as well. This look is actually a predominantly more matte look for once. I know that's crazy for me to say, but I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of that combination right there on the brow bone. Last step of this eye look, I'm going to grab my liner once again, and I'm just going to draw a tiny little point. All right, you guys, now that is one eye all complete. This is turning out to be a little bit more difficult than I originally anticipated, but I have faith in you, my fellow sisters, that you can do a far better job with this eye look than I can. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera quickly and try my best to mirror it, and I'll be right back to finish off the rest of this look. All right, sisters, we are back and both eyes are now complete. I'm very honestly mad that we didn't film this eye because this one was so much easier. I wish that I did this one on camera instead of this one that took me 18 hours, because this one took me like 4 minutes flat. And for my lashes today, I'm just gonna pop on my favorite pair, which is the Lily lashes in the style So Extra Miami. You guys know I love the Miamis too, but since this is like a kind of more big drag style-ish makeup look, the So Extra ones will be perfect. Once the falsies are popped on there, you guys might always need to go back in with a little bit of mascara. Just make sure that my real lashes are blended together with the fake ones. So I'm just gonna add a tiny little bit in there. All right, you guys, so those are the eyes finally all complete. That was definitely a little bit of a sister struggle. We went on a journey, but we got to the final destination and she is gorge. Okay, so I want to give my skin a quick spritz of the Prep and Set setting spray. Now that the bake is all wiped off, I do want to make sure that everything is kind of melted together so my skin can look beautiful and flawless and not cakey like we were saying beforehand. And then I'm just going to grab the mini palette once again and my M501 brush and dip into a little bit of Face, my favorite highlighter shade literally in the entire world. And I'm just going to do a little bit of this. Like I said, we don't want this to be like a super glowy look for once in our lives. But I'm just going to pop this right on that cheekbone for a subtle moment. Then like always with that same exact brush, I'm just going to dip into literally the metallic blush shade from the palette, and I'm going to use just a little bit of this to blend together the highlighter and the blush, which we're going to add in a quick second. Now just for some more color, I do want to add a little bit more blush. You guys know MAC Peaches is usually my go-to, but for this look in the original, I did do a more pinky toned blush, and that was really weird for me because I honestly never use pinky tones. I personally don't love them, but for some reason, okay, they looked really good in this look, and it kind of low-key made me want to play with pinky tones more. So I'm going to grab the Morphe blush palette and mix together a little bit of Hot, a little bit of Free, a little bit of It Girl. Just apply it right on the cheeks for a little bit of like an icy look since it is the winter time. Then I'm just going to apply a little bit of this right at the tip of my nose as well for a nice little frosted look. For lip liner, I'm gonna try two different ones, both from Morphe. I have the shades Crush and Frenchie here. Then we're just gonna pop on a nude lip. This one is from Ofra in the shade Sao Paulo. Gonna add on a little bit of the ColourPop gloss in the shade Curvy, just to the center of the lip so they look nice and plump. And then finally finishing off this look with a little bit more of the Prep and Set setting spray to lock everything in place. All right, sisters, and this is pretty much my amped up holiday glam look all complete using the James Charles x Morphe mini palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I think it's gonna make you guys look so beautiful during the holiday season. Like I said, you could literally wear this anywhere, and I definitely want you guys to try it out and let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below, and if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the Morphe YouTube channel. If you'd like to follow me on my makeup journey, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and now Twitch, are all just James Charles, and my Snapchat for more behind the scenes stuff is James Charles with an extra S after Charles. Alright, sisters, thank you so much for watching this video today. Thank you so much for supporting and checking out the James Charles x Morphe mini palette. I love you, and we will see you in the next one. Happy holidays!